Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
For the play.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
It's really ready to go. Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, he, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. The ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. My God, am I bending the cat? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. It's fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make one of your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. You got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. So fucking crazy! Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fuck off! Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went Well, let's move on. Tuesday. It's oh look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this day. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing!
That guy there seemed quite mad. Bye for now. Hi everyone, welcome to Afternoon Tea with us. I'm your host as always. How you doing? This phenomenally weird Sunday afternoon where it's just full of cold. Just full of cold. I want it to go. Go away. It's been here for nearly 2 weeks now. Go away now. I got stuff I need to do. I got a game to start going back to next week. I got I got work that I need to crack on with. I got videos that I need to make. And I've got Hey Kara, how you doing? Talking about you last night with somebody. Don't worry, it was all horrible. Don't worry, all horrible. So welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. I hope you are doing all right. I'm brockered up. Had my vitamin C, had my zinc, had all my other vitamins. I've put a few calories in me. Had a cup of tea. I've actually drunk it before the show. Gone. All gone. Got my water. Got my dude wipes. Got my glasses. Got my little black book. Got my headphones. Got my files. Got my beard brush. Still never found that other beard brush, by the way. No idea where it went. Got my work gloves. Got my electric trimmer. Got my earbuds. Got my Leatherman, just in case. Got my Japanese pens. Got my remote control for that, which it's not flickering too bad. Might keep that one on. Got my 20 pence piece. Got my nail clippers. Got my Pitbull head shaver. Got my Decepticon stickers. Got my birth certificate. Got my snow globe of New York taxi. I think I've got everything. Maybe. I've got my duct tape. Don't want to forget my duct tape. Got my $1 bill. You never know in case you get an emergency lap dance. You got to be prepared for that. Got my screwdriver, Phillips head, of course. Flathead. The Leatherman can take care of that. Got my Nerf gun. In case I need to Minecraft myself. Got my page from Graham Nolan of Batman 701. Got that ready. Got my Tales of G.I. Joe #1 9.4 slab. This is the reissue. This is the 1988 reissue. This isn't the 1988. Yeah, the 1988 reissue. This isn't the 1984 OG. I do need one of those. Got my monitor cleaning kit. Got my towel in case I get the schvat. In case I get the schvat. The schvat. The schvat. Got my towel. Got my Starfield headphones so I can block out fucking preferred pronouns. Hi, what's your preferred pronouns? Can't hear. Can't hear a thing. I don't know. You're probably saying something stupid and retarded. Okay, yeah. Lego's over there. Can't really grab the Lego. Bat symbol there. Document reader. In case I need to scan some documents. Ready. I think I'm ready for the show. I think I'm prepared for the show. I don't. Well, I got a hairbrush. Yeah, beard brush. I can only brush. I can only brush where there is hair. Can't brush there. You come on now. Come on now. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. So we are prepared. We are ready. Born ready. Straight from the womb. Just thought I'd cough into the microphone. My mum's turned into a zombie, by the way. Mama Raz has turned into a miss my eyebrows. Actually, it does make a difference. They do look rather nice. Mama Raz called me up last night. Well, yesterday afternoon. And she says, "Hi, sweetie." And I'm like, "Hi. What's going on? What's going on, Mama Raz?" And she says, "Do you know those air freshener things that you have a little glass reservoir and then you put the sticks in and it gives off a nice aroma?" I'm like, yeah, I know what they are. I used to have one on the windowsill over there, but that's now taken over by Lego and a Japanese doll. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. You're going to do nothing about it. That's what you're going to do. Nothing. You're just going to take it. So I'm like, yeah, I know about those. She says, "Well, I had one in the house and it was really powerful. So I took it out into the garden." Mum, why would you take it in the garden? Anyway, so I took it into the garden to make the garden just smell nicer. I'm already like, you're senile. You're 80 years old in a couple of months. I've got to do a video this Christmas where I play a video game with my mum so I can do my mum plays X video game at 80 years old for the first time. Great clickbait stuff. I did it 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Anyway, so she takes out this air freshener thing to the garden to freshen up the garden. And then she says to me, "And then I went outside to pick it up and I stabbed myself in the eye with it." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Well, you know, it has the sticks that come out." I'm like, "Yes." She says, "Well, I bent down. I bent down to pick it up and I stabbed myself in the eye." I'm like, "How did you stab yourself in the eye? With one of the sticks?" And she went, "Well, you know that when you grab them and they sort of jump up." I'm like, "Mum, that's not how gravity works. That's not how gravity works, Mum. Sticks don't just come fucking flying up." So she said, so I called my friend to take me to what'd she say? I called my friend to take me to the pharmacists to see if they could do anything. I'm like, "Pharmacists?" She's like, "Yeah, but she couldn't make it. So I ended up having to go to the hospital." So I'm like, what happened? And she said, "Well, I stabbed myself in the actual eye itself. Stabbed myself in the eye with a stick." She said, "And I had blood coming down my face, on my cheek, and my eye's gone completely red." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "Mum, how are you?" She's like, "I'm okay." She went, "I can see out of it. I can see out of it fine, but it's all gone red and black and stuff." So like, "Mum, don't stab yourself in the eye with air fresheners." So she's like, "No, I just wanted to tell you. Okay, bye. Bye." So like 30 seconds after 30 seconds after, right? There is a disclaimer warning coming now. She sends me 2 pictures. If you're squeamish, turn away right now. I'm not even joking. Because she sent me these 2 pictures. And I thought, oh my God, my mom is a zombie. So she sends us a picture. What the fuck? I'm like, what? What the hell, Mum? You look like a zombie. Well, no, at least I know what we're going to have for Christmas dinner this year. Brains. That was the punchline. I said at least I know what we're going to get for Christmas dinner this year. Brains. Tough crowd. Anyway, yeah, so I hope her eye fixes itself, gets better, because holy sh. So there's a lesson. There is a lesson to be had here, folks. Do not get those stupid reservoir air fresheners with the sticks coming out of it. Because you're going to stab yourself in the eye if you're like my mum. Just get the normal ones. You know, the normal ones where you could just plug them into the wall. Or the ones that have got the gel on the inside that you just put by the toilet, so when you have a poo and it really stinks and someone's in the house and they go, was that you? You just go, no, there's an air freshener there. By the way, why would you have a massive shit while I'm in the house? I don't know. I needed a poo. I can't help it. Just the way it is. So I'm thinking next time I go down to see my mum, which is going to be Christmas. It's going to be Christmas. I'm going to have to start taking away sharp objects from her, aren't I? I'm going to have to safety proof her house. You know, on the coffee table in the front room, I'm going to have to start putting like pads on the corners so she doesn't hit a corner hit a leg on the corner of the coffee table. It's like one of those people, I don't know what it's called, but you can't feel any pain. You can't feel any pain. So they have to safety proof your house. Because if you bang into something that could cut, you know, you don't feel anything. So they have to like safety proof your house. I'm gonna have to do that to me mum. I'm gonna have to put bubble wrap around like knives. I can't cut my steak because then, Mum, that's your own fault. That's your own fault. I wouldn't have to bubble wrap that knife if you wouldn't stick in air fresheners in your eyes. Neuropathy. I thought that's what somebody on Twitter said they had to make themselves look retarded. Anyway. But I can't cut it. Use your hands. Don't bite your fingers. I bit my finger. Oh. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to get her the plastic stuff. Mum, we're gonna start having to have paper plates and plastic cutlery like DSP's house. That's what that's what we're gonna have to do, I'm afraid, Mum. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Bring on the paper plates. You can't have Christmas dinner on a paper plate. You shut up! I wouldn't have to do this if you didn't stick air fresheners that for some reason you put in the garden in your eyes. She will be the nicest zombie ever. I'm really hungry. Do you mind if I have some of your brains? No. Okay. But I'm hungry. Well, that's not my fault. You shouldn't have turned into a zombie, should you? Why can't you have turkey and cranberry like everyone else at Christmas? I just like a little bit of brains every now and again. I don't get it. Just. Oh, my goodness me. Most understated. I just ripped my eye out with an air freshener. I'm okay though. What are you doing, woman? We're gonna have some Christmas dinner, and then she's gonna have a little side plate of, I don't know, fingers and cattle brain or something. I don't know. It's gonna be weird anyway. It's gonna be weird. Mum, put the boy down. Put your grandson down. Mum, your dentures are falling out. You can't eat his bread. You can't eat his scar. Oh, take it. Stop it, Mum. Mum. Look, your dentures are on the floor. You're just trying to gum the poor kid. You're just trying to gum him. Just pick up your denture. Your hearing aid's falling out, woman. Put your hearing aid in. It's going to be a weird Christmas. It's going to be a weird Christmas. Not a lot we can do. Not a lot we can do. She's already gone. She's a member of the undead. There's nothing I can do. I'm not gonna end her. She's me mum. She's me mum. We're just gonna have to make sure that we take her dentures away from her when we come over. Don't want that. Don't want that bitey. No, stop it. Clap. Yeah. I just want some brains. I just want some brains. You can't have any brains. No. Now sit down at the table and drink your schlur. It's Christmas. You get grape schlur once a year at Christmas. There you go. Have a drink. Oh. There you go. Stop trying to bite my fingers. You got no teeth in. Oh. Yeah, so my mum's a zombie. Not a lot else I can really say about it. So, speaking of brains and eating and all that kind of stuff, how we doing myself? How we're doing in that side? Well, this week I got my appetite back. The week before I did not have much of an appetite, being poorly sick, wasn't eating a lot at all. This week got my appetite back a bit, so we're still on the total of 40 kilos lost at the moment, which is around about 88 pounds. which is amazing. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get back into it next week. I've still been doing my walking. Even though I haven't been at the gym for the last couple of weeks because I've been poorly. And the reason why I haven't gone to the gym is I just haven't, whatever I've had, I haven't wanted to spread it, you know. I haven't wanted to spread it. So it just seems to have devolved now into a, like I said, a cold. I'm just coughing. I just, you know, coughing up crap from my lungs. But physically, like body wise, I feel okay. My head just feels a bit douche. I've been trying to sleep as much as possible, trying to get as much rest in as possible, so I can let my body just take over the healing process. Went out for a good. I've been going out for some good walks though. Took a couple of days off, but I've been out for some good walks, and then yeah, yesterday when I went out for a little bit of a longer walk. When I say longer walk, I went for a 40-minute walk yesterday. It was good. I liked it. And it was needed. It was needed. I don't know about speed walking. You know, I go at a decent pace. I don't try and go too quick or anything. It's just about getting out there, going at a decent pace, building up the shvet. Get a shvet going. So I sort of went on the long walk this time. There's like a couple of different routes I can take. I went on a bit of a longer one yesterday. I wanted to get a good walk in before the sunlight, which is leaving us at a rate of knots. Left us. So I did go out for a good walk during the daylight yesterday. Good. So weighed myself this morning. We're on about 40 kilos lost in total. That's 40 kilos in 24 weeks. So next week, boobs will be oh no. In 2 weeks' time, it's gonna be the 25% of the way there. It's because it's gonna be 26 weeks of the 2-year plan. So 26 weeks of the 2-year plan, 25%. So we're off to a good start. 25% down, nearly 2 more weeks to go. And then still 75% of the time to go. So we got off to a great start. And getting back into the game next week, really going to start kicking it on. Going to start kicking on. I want at least 5 days at the gym next week. 5 days at the gym, and making sure that on the days that I'm not at the gym, I do go on a good couple of walks as well. Last Sunday, I spoke about sometime during this week, I want to go on a big walk. I want to just get out. I just want to open the door, put my headphones on, and then just go for a big walk. Well, I actually waited till the end of that stream. At the end of that stream, last Sunday's stream, I just went downstairs, I put my headphones on, and I said, let's just go for a little walk. Not a big walk, just a little walk. Half an hour or so. So I definitely got some Bronski beat on there. Absolutely. So I started going out for a walk, and I got to the place where I could take a left and go wrap round and go back towards the house. And then I ended up, what my pronouns? My pronouns, I fucked your mum up the ass last night, and she fucking begged me for more as your dad held her hand crying like a baby because I was defiling the love of his life. And he is still still more of a man than you'll ever be in your life. Those are my pronouns. So I got to the point where I could take a left and go wrap round back to the house, or I could just carry on. And so I ended up just carrying on in another direction. And then I ended up walking and walking and walking. And I ended up walking into town, which is, I don't live in town. And it ended up being a 5.5 kilometer walk. So I ended up getting into town, 5.5 kilometer walk. I was knackered by the end of it. But then I thought, while I'm here, let's go to a supermarket. Let's get some food in. So I went to the supermarket, got a couple of his town, England. Yes, took a walk into England. So yeah, I ended up going on a 5.5. No, I did not walk back. I ended up getting a lift back. I was pooped. Believe me when I say, that's the longest I've walked in a long time. A long time. And by the time I'd done it, it was dark. So I didn't, because I was walking through countryside and shit. I didn't really want to go back because I was dressed in black. Anyway, I had like a black t-shirt, black hoodie, black pants. So it probably would have not been the safest thing to have walked back either. Not that I would have, because it would have killed me anyway. But I ended up getting a lift back. I got myself a couple of things from Morrison's. So that big walk ended up being on the Sunday. It ended up being an immediate walk, which I didn't really plan, but there we go. That was quite relaxing, quite nice. So I need to do something like that again soon. I know, Mudcrab. I know you got to be careful of the monsters that spawn. You got to be careful of those. You know, I could have been walking home and Jack the Rapier or something could have just like jumped out and gone. How are the shoes holding up? Pretty good. Pretty good. I do have multiple trainers, but I do have my favorite pair, which I'm sort of wearing right now, which I tend to do most of my exercising in. But they've been holding up pretty well. And even if I do need a new pair of trainers, but I've got some anyway. But let's just say I do. Sandy Q, God bless her, she super chatted a couple of weeks back and went, put this towards some new trainers when you need some new trainers. So I'm already there anyway. So yeah, this week I'd like to do something similar, but I'd like to go in a different direction. But it's sort of like where to go that I'm not gonna kill myself. But this week, even though I'm back at the gym this week, I want to go on another big walk. But it's good that even being poorly sick, I've been able to go out for these walks. Sorry, I'm going to tidy up because I've messed up this area over here when I was showing off everything. Look, when I was showing off all the things that I've got on my desk, because my desk is just a nightmare of crud. This is a really nice, by the way, this is a really nice towel. Mama has got me this. Look, Mama has got me this towel because it's got a kitty cat on it. I'm trying not to die. It's just coughing and spluttering, I'm afraid. We're down to that. Coughing and spluttering. But now I just tidied all of that up yesterday as well. God damn it. God, here we what? Wait. Just wait. Just be patient. I'm tidying up. Drink your tea. Don't look at me like that. Put my dude wipes there. Put my water there. Put my phone there. Shopping there. Oh, Yumi is just. Oh! God! No, sorry, wait, no. Anyway, what? Sorry, what's the speaking about? What talking about? What talking about? Yeah, so even though I've had this crappy cold, which could have set me back a little bit, it really hasn't, because I've still been able to go out for these walks. So it really hasn't. I've been able to walk because of the illness. You know, my appetite has been sort of like, it wasn't COVID. I've had COVID twice. It wasn't COVID. It was just, we're in flu season, folks. This is what happens when the temperature changes from heat down to cold pretty quickly. Changing of the seasons. You get the old douche. Once upon a time, we used to just call them colds and flu. Now we call it a virus unleashed on the world by China. Oh, wait, that was funded by the... Anyway, let's move on. I'm tidying. I've also got the Autobot stick. Got some Autobot stickers as well, the Decepticon ones. And these are the ones that I prefer to use. These ones. Those are the ones that I prefer to use. Let's just stick those on. So yeah, it's just a cold. Just a cold. And it's doing what a cold normally does, which is linger for a couple of weeks or so. That's just what happened. And I can tell it wasn't COVID because my voice has been, apart from just a couple of rocky days, my voice has been fine. Both times I've had COVID, my voice has been wrecked for like a month, 6 weeks. That's the thing that I get with COVID. I get the smelling fine, the tasting fine, but it's my voice that gets destroyed. So even when I get over the symptoms, which doesn't take long, that only takes like 3 or 4 days, my voice just gets wrecked for like 6 weeks or so. So yeah, so we're still in a really good launching point for next week. Still on a really good launching point for next week. So yeah, I'm expecting big things. Expecting big things for myself this coming week. There you go. I take zinc every day. Fucking hell. Backseat doctors, shut the fuck up. Why is it Jesus? This is why you should never talk about having a cold or a sniveler or anything. You get every fucking backseat doctor. It's like you say anything. You're like, oh, I went for a walk today. I went down the street and through the wood, and then I went back down the main street back home. Oh well, you don't. What you really want to do is you want to go through the wood first, then you want to go through the back street. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I cooked myself some bangers and mash today. I put the sausages mixed together with the mash. Beautiful. Oh no! You see what you want? No, you see what you got to do when you got bangers and mash? You want to put the potato to one side and then you want the sausages and the protein, no, they're complete different side, and then you want to eat three mouthfuls of the potato first, because then you get the injection of carb. Just shut the fuck up. Sweet lordy. Sweet lordy. Oh, I've got a cold, you know. Been taking some medication. Been drinking some vitamin C. Get my zinc in and whatever. Oh, what you want to do is no, you want to shut up. You're a doctor. Where's your fucking doctorate? Where is your doctorate? Where? Show me. I haven't got one. Shut up, then. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck's sake. Well, yeah, but my mum used to say, I don't care what your mum said. Truth. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I've been taking zinc. And vitamin C. And vitamin D. And 9 other fucking vitamins. On a daily basis. All right. Absolutely unbelievable. Angelo Frederick with a $10 says, good day, as you know. A nice, quiet intro works just fine. I got a nice, quiet intro. My intro is very reserved, you know. Very reserved. B Buster with a $5 says, for the brothel, I mean the Casa de Az. Let me get the book. Let me get the little black book. And then yeah, I've got a couple of actually I got a couple of hold on a second. In it goes, thank you. It's Shekels Day from YouTube tomorrow, so I'll be transferring it into the Casa Fund tomorrow. But hold on, I'm still here. Let me go grab. I got a couple of Transformers. I got a couple of Transformers that arrived. And I showed one on Twitter, but I didn't show the other. So let's get you boys out. Come here, boys. Still here, don't worry. Here we go. Right. So, we got a couple more Autobots arriving, by the way. Couple more Autobots came in. First one was Pipes. Oh, yes. Look at this absolute beauty. Look at this beauty. Fans Toys, Pipes. I put the Autobot sticker up there. That's where Pipes has his Autobot sticker, by the way. Absolutely. Come on. Focus. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Come on. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. And then Gears arrived this week. Gears arrived. I put an angry face on Gears because Gears was always a very angry Autobot. So there's Gears as well. Great. It's got great. This one, it's got fantastic articulation on this one. So I think I'll just pop them over there. I think because I've got the Decepticons, but we're dealing with we're trying to get the Autobots finished if possible first. Let's just pop you there. I think because I don't think Swerve. I need to check, but I don't think Swerve appeared until season 3. And season 3 is after the movie. So we got Slingshot and Fireflight, which are 2 aerial bots. And I think when they finally release, they are on the way. I think that will be I think that will be all of the Autobots that appeared in the first 2 seasons. That's pre-Transformers the movie. All the Autobots that appeared pre-Transformers the movie. Douche. Done. All of them. Now, some of them will get swapped out because some of them are different companies, but whatever. But that will be completely fans' toys at some point. There you go. So yeah, those 2 beautiful boys. Quickly again, Pipes just looking gorgeous. Pipes just looking amazing. And Gears, which just looks fantastic. Okay, just brilliant. Just brilliant. Fans' toys, they're the best. Jetfire is at the back. Jetfire is at the back. He's at the back because he's huge. I've also got the Masterpiece Jetfire up there as well. So that's the Masterpiece, the new Masterpiece Jetfire. And then in my cabinet is the Fans' Toys Jetfire. I do have Springer, Hot Rod, Cup, Blur, RC, Outback. They're all in the bedroom. They're the post-Transformers, the movie. That's going to take a lot longer to do because I don't even think half of them are released or even by other companies released. So we're dealing with the pre-Transformers the movie first. And then all the most of the Decepticons pre-Transformers the movie are already done. Dush. Nightbird as well. Over there, we got the Reflecticons. Soundwave, Megatron, Destructor, Devastator, Astro Train, Menasor. Just one short of completing Menasor. Yeah, it's all looking pretty tight like Tiger. Let's find. Holy shit. Yesterday we had the Doctor Who trailer. Here we go. I've got my headphones. Boys, you're just going to have to move over there for the time being. I'll stick you back in the cabinet after the show. Don't worry, we'll do more soups in a little bit. Probably get struck by the BBC for this because that's the BBC for you. Reet, let's have a look. I gotta be honest, I didn't feel a thing. Yeah, I've already got the Savacon pre-order. Didn't feel a thing. I watched this and I didn't feel a thing.
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely. And it's gone.
So obviously this is Donna remembering that she can't remember. So we are going deep into the member berries. We're going deep into pretty much a continuation from the end of season 4.
I lie in bed thinking, what have I lost?
I've got this friend called Donna Noble. I had to wipe her memory to save her life. If she remembers me, she will die.
Okay, so we all know this. If we're Doctor Who fans, we all know this, so there you go.
So what happens next? The spaceship crashes right in front of her. It's like she's drawing us in.
What the hell? We've got a bloody Martian in the shed.
Remember Donna's daughter, inverted commas. Not what. Ugh.
Oh, here we go again. I don't believe in destiny, but if destiny exists, then it is heading for Donna Noble.
Okay.
And I've got a memory.
Puppet Master.
After a very long time, something's coming back.
Who are they?
So that's current day.
Monsters. There's something so bad the TARDIS ran away.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the trailer's already told us that Donna's getting her memories back then. So she's already going to get her memories back. Otherwise, she wouldn't know what a fucking TARDIS is. So there you go.
We go and kick its ass!
Kate Lethbridge Stewart! What do we do this time, Doctor? How do we fight the human race?
Just looks like a regular Saturday afternoon in London, to be honest with you.
Something entered this world.
Oh, but he is recognizing me.
Who is he?
The one who waits.
Open fire! Why does it have to be this?
Puppet Master.
Fighters with me!
I don't know if I can save your life this time.
Worldwide premiere!
I just didn't feel anything. I really didn't. I think there's just too much damage done. I think there's just too much damage done to the franchise. For me. It really is. Because was there anything mentioned about Timeless Children, getting rid of that? No. We know that David Tennant's here for 3 specials, is it? 3 specials, then Ncuti Gatwa's taking over as the new Doctor. So these do kind of feel like Is it bad I feel nothing? Well, I feel nothing. It feels like filler. It feels like we're gonna give you some Doctor Who that you remember because we're going full speed down the avenue of whatever, you know, I don't know. When you've heard Russell T Davies talk, I just don't. No, it's difficult for me to articulate this. I just don't feel anything, and I should. I mean, theoretically, I should. I should be like, come on, this is Tennant. This is Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. This should be fun. This should be an interesting romp through three specials, whatever. Don't feel a thing. I just don't feel a thing. And I think that is the apathy. It's just the killer. It's just the absolute killer of giving a shit. I don't even know when this is meant to be out. I think this is November. I think it's meant to be out in November or something, but I mean, Gary will want me to watch it to discuss it with him, but nothing. I don't feel a thing. I don't feel a thing. There were no emotions stirred at all. It kind of felt like I was watching. I know, I was watching something which doesn't exist anymore. I don't even think that makes sense, but I was just, that's how it felt like. I was looking at the remnants of something that once existed, but no longer exists. And like I said, having heard Russell T Davies say all of his stuff, I don't know. Nothing. Let's do a poll. Just be honest. It's an anonymous poll, so just be honest. No need to tell a fibby poo. Are you looking forward? And I hate this keyboard. I need to change this keyboard. I just got a new keyboard. It is just not the keyboard I thought it was at all. Are you looking forward to DT, David Tennant, returning as the Doctor? Yes, no, let's see. I'd expect it to be quite divided. I mean, I'm not trying to push. I would be surprised if people aren't excited. Some people aren't excited. We all fall for different member berries in different ways, depending on what franchise it is. Like, some people get excited for Star Wars. I am so done with Star Wars now. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Not even a little tiny fucking shit about Star Wars anymore. That's dead. Disney have killed that dead. And with Doctor Who, obviously Doctor Who being such a cultural thing for the UK, you know, there's this part of me which is saying there should be some part of you that cares. And I just can't seem to find it. I just can't seem to find it. I think that whole thing just went so bad from the start with Jodie Whittaker and Chibnall, and Whittaker opening up her stupid fat fucking mouth and talking about how Doctor Who's always catered for the male gaze and all this fucking horse shit. Displaying unbelievable ignorance of the franchise. Displaying absolute ignorance of who the Doctor is and what the show's about. And when you've got somebody that is so dismissive and ignorant involved so heavily in a franchise, it just kills it for you. It just kills it for you. And we all know that the BBC did what the BBC did because they wanted to erase 55 years of white doctors. That's what they wanted to rid. That's the only reason they did it. The only reason that they did it. Never mind about history. Never mind about who the character was. No. It was just all about erasing for them 55 years of whiteness from Doctor Who. From male-dominated whiteness, specifically. So they cast an absolutely appalling actress who did nothing in the time that she had. Nothing. Not a scrap. Didn't have a single solitary moment. Didn't have a single solitary Doctor moment. Speech. Nothing. Nothing at all. No moments that you could look back on and go, holy shit, that was the Doctor. None. Not one. Not one. And then just to really stick the boot in, we got the Timeless Children. So if you were in any single solitary doubt whatsoever that the franchise had been destroyed as is with Whittaker, no. We got a complete and utter redoing of the Doctor's lore, which to me isn't lore at all. Hartnell's the first Doctor. Hartnell will always be the first Doctor. Not some stupid baby that fell through a portal that happened to drift down a cliff when it was pushed. Oh, I fall so serenely. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off. There's plenty of Asian doctors. You just have to go to your local hospital. So yeah. So unless, I mean, the only thing I would give and I don't even know if it would work, because like I said, once apathy has set in, it is almost impossible to reverse it. But unless the Timeless Children is got rid of, unless Russell T Davies gets rid of that Timeless Children, the Doctor Who will forever be dead. Forever be dead. Yeah, it didn't just wipe out the Doctor's history, it wiped out the history of Omega, of Rassilon, of all of it, of the Time Lords in general. It just wiped out the whole thing. The whole thing. And you got to understand, it takes a lot of hatred It takes a lot of hatred to take something so beloved and to annihilate it for your own personal ideological beliefs. That takes a lot of hatred. Once upon a time, things like this were entrusted to people. When a new comic book writer comes on and takes over Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, you are being entrusted with continuing the legacy of that character, continuing the history, the lore, respecting where it came from, while trying to add some new ideas and fresh moments for a new audience. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing people who are coming in with a very specific ideology. They now control all facets of entertainment, TV, film, comics. Evil can only destroy. Correct. We have no diversity of thought. Diversity is now superficiality. Let's just call it as it is. If you think these people give a shit about your skin color, your sexual orientation, your gender, being male or female, because there's only two, then the answer is no. No, they don't. It's all ideologically being pushed now. It's all just to push their ideology. So franchises, every franchise, whether it be Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Batman, Superman, it doesn't matter. Spider-Man as well, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just all torn down now. It's just all been torn down. You got people who are in the comic book industry who have a reputation. I mean, a good reputation. Who actually have a good reputation, good artists, good writers. They don't want to touch mainstream anymore. They don't want to go anywhere near it. Is it Rick Remender turned down Batman? Why would you want to? Why would you want to pick up a poison chalice? Mainstream's dead. It's dead. It's dead because you can't. You can no longer do what you want to do. You can no longer take these great characters and just craft great stories. No. We've seen it with absolutely everything. They only have one thing. They only have one thing. The only thing they can do is superficially change something. Let's turn Tim Drake gay. Let's turn Jonathan Kent gay. Let's turn Aqualad gay. Let's turn Wonder Woman bisexual. Let's turn Hawkgirl ambiguous. That's all they got. That's all they got. There's no creativity because the people who they've got writing these pieces of fucking filth, they're not creatives. They're not creatives. They have an ideology and that's all they have. And their life revolves and exists purely around that ideology now. They're not allowed to be creative. Not that those people are able to, because they are hired purely on what box they tick. They're not hired on what they can bring to the table creatively or from a structural position. They're not brought for that. No. Vida Ayala is they have work because they're brown and queer. That's their tagline. I'm brown and queer. Yeah, do you know what else you are? Fucking untalented. Fucking untalented, and your books don't sell. But you get work after work after work and a work because you tick the right boxes. This is the industry now. You tick the right boxes. Never mind that you destroy everything that you touch. Never mind that you got no creativity. Every fucking book that you write, Never mind what the main character is. Suddenly there's a fucking black lesbian there because that's all you know how to fucking write. Because that's you. And that's what we get. We just get in self-insert, self-insert, self-insert. Because they have no other life. That is their life. Their life revolves around the superficial. They've never lived. They talk to people that think the same way. They act with people the same way. They only involve themselves with people that think the same way. There is no creativity, no diversity of thought. Never. If somebody, oh, I vote blue, I vote red. Well, you don't vote the way I vote. Let's get you out the industry. It is boring. That's why that rant's a fucking masterpiece, if you ask me. Because it really fucking rubbed people up the wrong way. And when I say rubbed people up the wrong way, I mean rubbed the right people up the wrong way. The people who know, a lot of these people know exactly what I'm going on about. But they got to toe the line. Got to toe the line for that access. Got to toe the line so those fucking companies still come to me and say, hey, do you want to push this product or go to this event or get access to this? And you're willing to sell yourself out for that. Good fucking luck. You have to live with yourself. So do I. That's why I can't keep quiet. I can't do it. And this is why we have the absolute decline of Western culture. It's gone. You had something, Barbie, cultural phenomenon, 1.4 plus billion at the box office. You had a bunch of women that love going to it. Why? Because they're allowed to be women. They're allowed to be women again. They're allowed to put on pink dresses and celebrate femininity. Meanwhile, the show is so the film was so unbelievably woke that it devolved into such incredible satire that it just shone a light on exactly what's wrong with intersectionality and feminism and all this shite. And just seeing these women who will cut their noses off to spite their faces in the film because they don't want to be together with a dude. They would rather living in absolute spite and hatred and seclusion and segregation than dare come together with a man. Why do you think that McDonald's advert from Japan got them so fucking, got the crazies wound up? We had a wife, a husband, and a child. Holy shit. Drove them crazy. Drove them crazy. A classic family. Remember families? Remember how advertisers would advertise based on family values? Because the vast majority of their customer bases are families. Nowadays, we're not. No. We can't celebrate family. We have to celebrate something completely different. No, thank you. No. And if you don't toe the line, well, you get Russell branded. You get Russell branded, or you get Sound of Freedomed. You know? That's where you get. That's what happens. Yeah, it's just an absolute nothing burger of an advert. It's just nothing but just a nothing burger. Just no pun intended. It's just a family. It's just a husband, a wife, and a child enjoying each other's company and enjoying some time together. Well, we can't have that. Why isn't the family diversified? Why aren't the parents the same gender? Why this is fucking mental. It's mental. That could drive the weirdos so mad. You know, we have millions of years worth of primal instincts within us, you know. And when your body tells you, when your whole fiber of your being tells you this is wrong, then you know, listen to your instincts, because your instincts tend more often than not to be correct. We've been told to accept the abnormal as normal. No. We've been told to completely change the way that we speak. No. We've been told to completely change the way that we deal with things like gender. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Sorry. Sorry, we're gonna have to disagree on that. And once upon a time, we're allowed to disagree on things, but nowadays we're not allowed to disagree on things. The people who disagree are destroyed, or you will be compelled by law, compelled by pressure, peer pressure, online pressure. Do you know, it's amazing how different the world is when you turn off social media. Being pretty poorly the last couple of weeks, I've turned off a lot of social media. Haven't gone onto Twitter a lot. Haven't gone onto Instagram. Just kept off it. Just kept off it. And it's amazing how different the world becomes then. Anyone that tries to compel you to go against your nature, that's not a good person. Anyone that tries to compel you to go against thousands of years of history, that's not a good person. That's an alarm bell. The fact that we're told, modern audience, you've got to accept this. No, we don't. And if we were behaving, if our politicians were behaving the way that they are today, 150 years ago, maybe even 100 years ago, they'd be dragged down to the streets. That's what would happen. This would be unacceptable. And and we already saw one country when it got extreme and went unacceptable. We ended up in 1930s Germany. What did that lead to? What did that lead to? I need to get a new. It is leaking. I've done something to the seal on this. Yeah, I see. See, it's gone a bit wibbly wobbly at the bottom there. You see, it's not formed a seal. Notice how all these food plants have just mysteriously been burning down. Who do these food plants produce food for? Well, you and me. The little people. The small people. Do you think Klaus Schwab's and his crony of Nazis? Because he's a fucking Nazi, folks. He is actually a Nazi. His dad was a Nazi. He's espousing Nazi ideology and wants to create the new world order, which is something, I don't know if you're aware of this, folks, but somebody back in 1930... Okay, never mind. Do you think they're going to be eating the bugs? Hey? Do you think they're going to be eating the bugs? Of course they're not. Of course they're not. The elite are going to be eating proper food. The little people are going to be eating processed protein shit. But it's okay, because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings who think they're a fucking pumpkin spice pronoun. But of course, that's all smoke and mirrors. All of that is smoke and mirrors. And it's all smoke and mirrors, of course, because it's a step. It's a stepping stone towards compelled speech. To getting compelled speech into law. And so very soon, they're going to try and make it unlawful for you to say normal things. Unlawful to say normal things. All about compelled speech. So read a few more super duperies. Ronin Medic 76 with $5 says, Have you seen Steve Martin in The Jerk? Can we start calling you Navin? You need the chair too. A long time ago. No idea what you mean. Mark with the £5 says, one episode in on One Piece. I'm not understanding all the praise, to be honest. The most unrealistic thing is the woman trying to play a man. That to me was very obvious, but well, no buts. Very obvious. I did find it very my brain couldn't play the game because, you know, we live in reality. Hey Aaron, how you doing? You're one episode in, you know, I mean, you don't have to like it. No one's compelling you to like it. But I thought it was okay. I don't think it was the you know, the messiah of TV shows or anything. Gary seems to really, really like it. I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. I'd give it 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was very solid. I thought it was fun. But you know, I've seen better. Seen a lot worse. Seen better, but I thought it was a good, fun show. It was a good, fun show. Boobies. Bluegrass Berserker has been a bard for 17. Thank you. Girls can beat boys, but a woman cannot beat a man. That's on that's in One Piece, by the way. With their first super chat on the channel for €10, says, Hi, Az, I never miss your show. And I recently became a member. Please add this to the Hoos Fund and keep up the good work. I shall get the book. Ah! I got the book out. But that line is in One Piece. Doinky doo. In it goes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Into the book, into the casa. Rooster Coburn has been a bard for 7 months. Thank you, Rooster. GL Sashish with a $5 says Zinc and Zombie Fund. Thank you. I shall put that to the Zinc Vitamin C / Zombie Fund. Eddie Brock with a €2.50 says, did you finish Separate Ways? Ada is my new mummy. Yes, I finished it on stream. All 3 parts are on the gaming channel, H3B Gaming. I also finished it on hardcore difficulty afterwards. I played it all again on hardcore difficulty and completed it. So I then started a professional playthrough. And I'm a couple of chapters into the professional playthrough. Professional being the hardest level of difficulty now. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. That Ada 1 character model can, oh my god, I'd destroy it. It was real. Destroy it. Navy in Denver with a $10 says, for the Casa, remember to get over illness, you need to spin around 3 times and quack like a duck. It's foolproof. His grandma told him that. His grandma told him that, so it must be true. It must be true. But this, folks, sorry, just to kind of go back. Thank you, by the way. Just to kind of go back to the conversation. The point I was trying to lead to was when these people have infiltrated all of these franchises, and when they're simultaneously just destroying all of these franchises, all in the same name, then that's when apathy just goes over it all like a wave. Do you think that Star Wars? Well, let's start with Star Wars. Let's just say Star Wars. Do you think that Star Wars is a better product because of what Disney's done to it? Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. There's not a sane person that can say it is. Emphasis on sane person. Not a single solitary sane person that can say Star Wars has benefited from Disney. It's become a better product. It's been enhanced. No, it's been absolutely annihilated. Gary put out a great tweet a couple of weeks ago. He said it's no longer about a divided fan base with Star Wars. It's about how many fans they actually have left. Which is so true. Because there is no longer a divided fan base. Because the fan base that was divided years ago is pretty much gone. Gone. So there's no division there anymore because they've fucked off. They've gone elsewhere. They've taken their bat and ball. They've taken, more importantly, their financial support, and it's gone elsewhere. It's gone into another franchise. It's gone into another hobby. Hell, it might have gone into just a completely different area because fuck this shit. Why? What's the point in being invested in this nonsense now? That's what's happened to it. So it is no longer a divided fan base. It's what's left. Apathy is the killer. But it's not just Star Wars. This is everything. Star Trek, Doctor Who, Batman. It's the whole lot. TV shows, movies, Marvel. It's all of it. Because they're all doing the same dog shit. And so people are just like, well, there's no point then. There's no point. Why? The MCU, is the MCU a better product since Endgame? No, it's horrendously worse. Has it been enhanced by having the main characters supplanted by more diverse replacements? No, because it's superficial. And if there's one thing geeks don't get on with, it's superficiality. One of the reasons why geeks, we get so invested in franchises is because of the complexity of the franchise. The crafting of the worlds, the characters, the tech, the whole thing. That's what pulls us in and makes it worthwhile and interesting and invest-worthy. And then you've just got a bunch of fucking micromanaged twat waffles who come in from Disney just like, oh my God, what we need to do is change these people to like brown and then maybe like make them like gay and stuff, or maybe some trans. They come along with their superficiality and they fuck it all up. This is now better because it's more diverse. How's it diverse? You literally just painted somebody a different color and said, look, all new, all different. Oh, by the way, now they just talk about current day fucking ideology and politics and an absolute shell of the character that they used to be. Now that they are only defined by their sexuality and no longer defined by the content of their character. See, we made it better, rah-rah-rah. No. You annihilated it. And you've systematically gone from one franchise to another franchise, systematically destroying everything with your puerile, pathetic superficiality. Because you don't have the talent or the creativity to make something new. You can only usurp the hard work of other much more talented people than you will ever be in your life. That's all you can do. Dick ride greatness to inject basic superficial shit. Every franchise, all the same. All the same. The whole thing. Get a franchise that's got depth, that has a fan base, and turn it superficial. Turn it superficial. That's it. Hey, look, we diversified it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't diversify it. You made it weaker. You made it worse. You made it uninteresting because to you, the only thing that you think is interesting is a superficial trait. That's why you fucking preferred pronoun posse of fucking freaks. That's why they get so mad when you do say, I ain't playing your game. You play your game. You call yourself what the fuck you want, but I'm not doing it. That's what gets them so mad, because they want you to play the superficial game with them. Because they know it's bullshit. What they want is the power, the compulsion to make you say what they want you to say. No. That's why no gets them mad. No. Call yourself what you want. I don't care. I ain't doing it. Well, fine. We'll get the law to do it then. We'll compel you to do it. Fucking jail me. You can only push somebody so far before they start pushing back. And there will get to a cracking point. There will get to a breaking point where a lot of people will suddenly just all in unison go, no. And believe me, there's a lot more of us than there are of the fucking micromanaged mouthpieces that we see in modern day media. A lot more of us than them. So keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Because one day you're going to get pushed back and you're not going to know what the fuck to do when it happens. Because it's going to be like a fucking tsunami pushing you back. Try and lock us down over the fucking winter. See what happens. Ain't gonna work out the way you think it is. Ain't gonna work out. Sorry. Kung Fu Hot Dog with a £5 says, as in your amazing 10 plus years of being on YouTube, does 2023 feel like a blur for you? Hail Transformers 1986 original soundtrack for the Casa and for Tifa's Bobs. Oh god, I'd love to be buried in Tifa's Bobs right now. Does 2023 feel like a blur? I think this decade's felt like a blur, to be honest with you. The world sort of felt reasonably normal. Excuse me. Up until around 2019. And then from 2019, the world hasn't felt remotely normal. Because everywhere you go, it's been taken over by insanity. Everywhere. From our culture to our entertainment, everything. When comedy's a very big one, by the way. It's one that goes under the radar. But when you're no longer allowed to laugh, you're no longer allowed to laugh because comedy relies on somebody or something being the butt of the joke. And now, of course, we're living in modern day, how dare you hurt my feelings? I'm an extra special snowflake. So you can't even have comedians being funny anymore. So what do we get? We get a bunch of unfunny, woke, inverted commas, comedians whose comedy is white people suck, and if you don't have the same politics as me, then you're evil. Which isn't, of course, funny in the slightest. That's why you get people like Hannah Gatsby and absolute dog shit like that. And then comedians who used to be edgy, there's not too many of them left. A lot of the edgier comedians have when I say edgy, of course, I just mean comedians that would take the piss out of anything and everyone. Equal opportunity comedians. A lot of them have towed the line now. A lot of them who were once upon a time funny are now just shells of human beings. Because they don't want to get cancelled, of course. They don't want to get cancelled because comedy is illegal in the world of the woke. Comedy is illegal. Because you can't make fun of... you can only make fun of white men. That's the only safe area. Everything else is... No. Oh no, you can't make fun of gay people. You can't make fun of trans people. You can't make fun of black people. You can't make fun of other brown people. You can't do that. No. Let's just go. White man bad. White man's bad. Christ, it is like living in a dystopian future. Like suddenly we got dropped into the middle of a dystopian future and we're told to just go. What? That's why people like Ricky Gervais and whatnot, they need to be protected at all costs. Because Ricky Gervais is a normal human being. Normal that he will take the piss out of everything. Everyone and everything. which is, of course, no longer allowed. But people keep turning up to watch him because there's more normal people in the world than there is abnormal people. By a country mile. By a substantial margin. And normal people just want to enjoy normal things. And things like comedy and escapism, those are our ways of getting out of this world. These are our ways of getting out of the rat race for a bit and just allowing our brains, our minds to go somewhere else for those brief moments. Whether it be 90 minutes for a film or a few hours on a video game, wherever it may be. But we're now no longer allowed to have that escapism. Our escapism has to be infected with these fucking viral pieces of shit who are in control of everything now. In control of our entertainment, our movies, our franchises, our books, our comics. We are not allowed to escape. We're not allowed to escape. We have to have it rammed into us in every single quarter. Every single quarter. We can't escape it. It must be drilled in. You must comply. You must comply. No. No, we really don't have to. We really don't have to. Chris Foster has been a sorcerer for 17. Says, hail as in the fellowship. Please, can I promote a new channel called Canis Ambulant Silverback Forever? Well, dude, I would advise getting a fucking easier title for your channel. That's what I would advise. D Breezy with a $20 says, for the demonetization. Sorry, I missed last week. Had to run errands before the NF of the L. Let's have a look, D Breezy. How did we do last week? We did get demonetized during the show, but I did put in an appeal, and I think the appeal got we got green. We got the yellow overturned last week, and we got it green. So thank you, D Bruzy. Draconic Ice Mage has been a sorcerer for months. Says, morning, Az. I hope you're well. Is there anything coming out that you're looking forward to, game wise? Personally, I'm looking forward to Dragon Dogma 2. When's that coming out? Otherwise, anything game-wise? Not really. I think all the stuff that I've wanted to come out is out now. Baldur's Gate 3 didn't do for me what it did for a lot of other people. Starfield was boring as fuck. I haven't touched Starfield since that last Starfield stream that I did. I ain't touched it. Just no compunction to go on. It's Alan Wake 2, yeah, Alan Wake 2. We'll see what that's like. I'm a little bit nervous because of how long there's been between Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2. But I'm definitely willing to give Alan Wake a try. Alan Wake 2 a try. I haven't played this first Spider-Man, so I'm not excited for the second one because I haven't even played the first one. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Final Fantasy VII's out next year. Said this year, I think. No, it just says looking. It just says anything looking forward. Yeah, Final Fantasy Rebirth. Looking forward to that, definitely. There's the June RPG coming out from Mycom. People that did Conan. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what that's like. I think I do have a little line there through to somebody. It'd be interesting to give that a bit of a try. Mark of Reality with a $50. Thank you. Says off topic a bit, but you're a premier Batman expert. Is James Gunn going to bring in a decent live action Robin? If so, which Robin are they going to bring in? Damian Wayne? I don't have a lot of faith in Mr. Gunn here. Yeah, Damian Wayne is the Robin that they're going to bring in. Which, oh. Oh. James Gunn said he's bringing in Damian Wayne because it's his personal favorite. A lot of what James Gunn has said has been because they're his favorites. I'm doing this because this is my personal favorite. I'm using this Green Lantern because it's my personal favorite. I'm using this Robin because it's this is my personal favorite Robin. When you're trying to craft a universe, and one of the first things you do is you sack Henry Cavill. And you sack Henry Cavill because you're saying, I'm starting from scratch. I want a younger Superman because he's just starting off as Superman. We're going to bypass the origin, but he's just starting off as Superman because that's where the universe is beginning. Okay, I can at least understand that. Getting rid of Henry Cavill, not so good, but I can at least understand that philosophy. So you're thinking to yourself, well, Batman and Superman pretty much came up at the same time. So if you're going to have a Superman right at the start of his career, then you're going to have a Batman pretty much right at the start of his career. You're going to have two conflicting ideologies in terms of how they do things. You know, Superman, no mask, no nothing. Batman in the shadows, one in the light, one in the dark. So you're thinking there's probably not even going to be a Robin because Robin didn't even come in to Batman's life until year 3. And that's still pretty much established law that Batman was on his own for 2 years. And in year 3, that's when Dick Grayson came in as Robin. The Flying Graysons and all that. So you're thinking to yourself, there's going to be a Batman, but Batman's going to be solo. So when James Gunn talks about Batman, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do Damian Wayne Batman as Robin, and you're like, wait, so you're bypassing all of Dick Grayson Robin, you're bypassing Jason Todd Robin, you're bypassing Tim Drake Robin, you're even bypassing Stephanie Brown Robin, so that you can go to the fifth iteration of Robin, Damian Wayne. Yeah, he's my favorite. So if you're going into the 5th iteration of Robin, are we no longer gonna have Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Timothy Drake, Stephanie Brown? Are their runs no longer in existence? Is Damian Wayne gonna be the first Robin? And if Damian Wayne is the first Robin, then Dick Grayson is completely gone? Or if he's not, then Batman's been established for a long time, but Superman's just starting out, which goes against what you did with Superman. Comically, canonically, because DC do change their universes so often, it's such a mess. But Damian Wayne came into Batman's life approximately year 12 of Batman, of Bruce Wayne being Batman, approximately a dozen years into his run as Batman. So if you are going to have Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, then you're just going to jump straight to a Nightwing? Jason Todd's, he's died and come back as Red Hood by now. What are you going to do? You're going to take current day Tim Drake? Tim Drake just going to go out, start snogging some boys and acting like a femi? Oh, he came up behind me. Oh, shock. Oh, you've been trained by fucking Batman. Your boyfriend creeping up on you going, oh, got you, Tim. Because that's what Tim Drake's become now in the comics. Oh, sorry. He had become that in the comics. His comic got cancelled after 10 issues because it was dog shit. Because they took 30 years of a great Robin and some lesbian came along and went, well, I want him to be like me because I'm a selfish, superficial bint. So now, Tim Drake, gotta be like them. 10 issues it got, which means it got cancelled. Pencils down after about issue 6 or 7. 6 or 7 issues in, and they went, hi. How you doing? You doing okay? Yeah. You know that Tim Drake Robin comic that we gave you? Yeah, you can put your fucking pencil down because it's done. Because you took 30 years of a great character, and then the only thing you gave it was a sexuality and thought you could let that carry the book. Sorry, doesn't work that way. Do they care? Of course they don't care. Of course they don't care. They don't give a shit. So let's bypass 30 years of great Tim Drake as a Robin. Let's bypass Dick Grayson. Nearly 80 years of history. Robin, Nightwing. Let's bypass the importance of Jason Todd as Robin. Jason Todd being Batman's greatest failure. And how much Batman learned from that failure. Before Jason Todd became Robin, he was Ishmael, the outcast. But he was fast-tracked because Batman wanted to replace Dick Grayson as quickly as possible. Fast-tracked. He was not trained correctly. He was not mentally prepared. And he got killed because of it. He was Batman's greatest failure. So much importance. So when Tim Drake came along, Batman did things completely differently. Tim Drake came along and tried to get Dick Grayson to become Robin again. He used his detective skills. He worked out that Dick Grayson was Robin. And ergo, that would mean that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So Tim Drake hunted down down Dick Grayson to say Batman's losing the plot. You left us Robin. You left us that security. Jason Todd came along and Jason Todd was killed. Now Batman's becoming reckless. He's becoming sloppy. Please, he needs you back as Robin. He needs you back as Robin. But Dick Grayson, although he returned not as Robin, even though he did return for a little bit, it was about, no, Robin is a part of my life which is now over. I'm Nightwing now. This is who I am. But Batman does need a Robin. He does need that balance. And Tim, you've proven yourself. You worked it out who we are. Your detective skills did this. So did he just become Tim Drake, just become Robin? No. He then spent years, in the comic terms, years training. He didn't even get to put on the Robin costume for years after he was introduced in A Lonely Place of Dying, by the way. That's the storyline that he came in on, A Lonely Place of Dying. Years. Then finally, when he was given a Robin costume, he was treated with kid gloves by Batman to start with. He was only used very sparingly to just give him a little bit of field progression. And then he proved himself more and more and was given more trust by Batman again. And he sometimes fucked up. Not in the reckless way that Jason Todd did, but he would also have his little failings. And he was driven. Tim Drake was driven by the desire not to let Batman down, not to let Bruce Wayne down. Driven by it. Used to consume him. Because he knew how much faith and trust had been put into him. These are great stories that define characters. But fuck it. James Gunn likes Damian Wayne the most, so... Because Grant Morrison, I guess. Fuck it. Fuck all that. Fuck it. Just throw it in the bin. Throw it in the bin. Oh. And that was just the start. That was just the start of getting Tim Drake as fucking Robin, man. But there you go. There you go. That's so so Mark of Reality. Hope you got your super chats worth there. But no, that's his reasoning. That's his reasoning, you know? Crazy. It's insane. How we're doing on the poll? Are you looking forward to David Tennant returning as the Doctor? This is not what I thought it would be. This is not what I thought it would be at all. I thought it would be very close. But 24% says yes. 76%. 75% no. 1.2k votes. I thought that was going to be a lot closer. Eesh. No, Ben, I understand where you're coming from. I feel the same. I do feel the same. Erin with a tweet, your sex life is called The Last Thing You Watched. What's the title of your sex life? Erin, afternoon tea with Az. My husband's going to be jealous. He's just going to have to deal with it. By the way, Erin, I saw that cosplay of you as Black Widow. Look good. Look good. Would smash. So yeah, you I mean, you know, and we're dealing with and that's just Tim Drake. Never mind the whole aspect of the relationship between Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne, which is very much a father-son relationship. Very much a father-son relationship. Tim Drake and Tim Drake and Bruce. Let's go to Jason Todd first. Dick Grayson, Bruce Wayne was a very father-son relationship. Jason Todd, Bruce Wayne was very much a business relationship. As in, Batman needed a Robin or wanted a Robin or believed he needed a Robin. So it was a very business-orientated relationship. Even though he adopted him, it wasn't the relationship that Dick Grayson had. Jason Todd was a truant. He was always fighting against Batman. He was always fighting against what Batman was trying to tell him. He knew best. And then Tim Drake, Tim had a father. So Bruce didn't need to be that surrogate father for Tim. But he certainly looked at Tim more in a more like a big brother. Big brother, maybe not quite, like an uncle. So there was those like elements of a family bond there. But while Jack Drake was still alive, Jack Drake eventually was killed. And Tim was adopted by Bruce. But there was that, it was more of an uncle than a father. But there's a great storyline when after Nightfall's concluded, Nightfall, Night's End, Night Quest, when the Nightfall saga's completed, Bruce says, I know I've just come back as Batman, but I need to leave Gotham. Or I need to leave. Well, the trick was he never actually did. But I need to leave. There are certain things I need to do. There are contingencies that I need to put in place so that this whole business with Azrael, with Jean-Paul Valley, doesn't happen again. So Dick, I need you to take over as Batman for a while. So Dick Grayson took over as Batman for a little while during a storyline called Prodigal, where Tim Drake would be his Robin, and there was a very sort of fraternal relationship between Tim and Dick, as you would expect there to be. So we go through this Prodigal storyline. Well, he went all over the world. He was setting up bases of operation all over the world so that there would always be contingencies in case Batman was taken down, or in case he was incapacitated in certain areas. There would always be havens to equip up, etc. It also was a bit of Batman's turning to a little bit more authoritarian, but that's another story for another time. And so Dick Grayson was he fought against Two-Face during the Prodigal storyline, and there was issues with Two-Face, his own personal issues with Two-Face. And then when that was over, and Bruce returned back, Dick Grayson was angry. He was angry. There was a lot of frustration with Bruce. You know, you dumped me as Batman. You didn't. I wasn't really prepared for this. You know, I've been Robin, I've been Nightwing, and now suddenly I'm Batman out of nowhere. I thought I could deal with it. It wasn't as little bit difficult, more difficult than I thought. You left me. You didn't leave me with any contact to you anywhere that I could get in touch. You sort of stranded me, and Bruce, they have this incredible conversation where Bruce is just like, well, I didn't dump you. I trusted you because I believe in you. I believe in what you can do. I believe that you could do this. I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to mollycoddle you. I didn't have to be a crutch because you're good enough as it is. And then he says, you know, this anger, this fight that we seem to always have with each other, this whether it's competitive, whatever it is, that's how things are between fathers and sons. And it's the first time that Bruce acknowledges that Dick Grayson to him is his son. You're my son. I'm your father and you're my son. And it's an amazing moment, an absolutely incredible moment in the relationship between Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne. Because it was no longer Batman and Robin. It was father and son. And so he said, that's why I could hand you the mantle of the Bat and say, you're Batman. While I go and do this stuff, I can trust you because you're my son. I've raised you. I've taught you. I've trained you. But it's gone. All gone. All gone now. That moment's done because we got to rush to the fifth Robin. We got to rush to the fifth Robin. We're gonna start Superman at the start of his career, but we're gonna chuck Batman in a decade, dozen years into his, and we're just gonna get rid of all of that history, so that James Gunn can get his favorite Robin because he's a Grant Morrison fan. Oh. EO with a 25 AED says trying to craft something out of the remains of Doctor Who's like trying to make a Michelin star meal out of Lizzo's ass drippings. Oh wow. Nobody wants that. Benedict Barnes with a £10 says, so given RTD says only gay actors can play gay characters, the Doctor is gay now? Otherwise, he's a massive hypocrite. Well, I don't know if he's actually said that. I know that there's a lot of movings in Hollywood that only gay actors can play gay characters now. But I'm pretty sure that gay actors can play straight characters now. So the hypocrisy's already there, and it's already been there. What they're going to do with Ncuti Gatwa as Doctor, don't know. And right now, I don't care. To be honest with you. I don't know and I don't care. Wish I did care. I wish I cared, but I don't. TJ has been a sorcerer for 22 months. You have the best rants. Nobody can rant like you as. Love it. And you, buddy. Keep up the great work. Thank you, TJ. SG1 Rock with a $2 says, when did you last enjoy Doctor Who? Capaldi's first season. I enjoyed Capaldi's first season, or a lot of it. It was hit and miss. And it became very hit and miss after that. There was still episodes that I really, really enjoyed. But towards the end of Capaldi's run, and I love Capaldi as the Doctor. I think he was perfect casting for the Doctor. Perfect. The writing had got so bad, unfortunately for him, that it was more becoming a chore to kind of get through as opposed to enjoyment. But at least, because the quality of Capaldi, he could turn some of the poor scripts into amazing moments. And there were still amazing moments, Heaven Sent, you know? That you just, you know, you could still appreciate the wonderfulness of some of the work. The Zygon speech is incredible. That's an incredible speech. But after that, after Capaldi, it was like watching a completely different show. Completely different. Didn't in any capacity feel like Doctor Who. Jodie never exhibited any aspects of the Doctor. I would have put her more akin to just some psycho Time Lord and not the Doctor. Chris B with a $5 says, Brand's too damaged. I'd have to wait. It'd have been for a Donna story. I'm trying to read this verbatim. Brand's too damaged. I'd have been up for, I think it's meant to be, a Donna story during Capaldi's run, but the damage after was far too much. Show is only for clapping seals now. A lot of franchises are just for clapping seals now. They're just for consume product people. They're no longer for actual fans. They call them fans. They're not fans. They're sycophants. There's difference. A fan actually cares about the state of the franchise and the state of the characters. A sycophant doesn't. A sycophant goes along with regardless of what you put in front of them. But done. Draconic Ice Mage with a $10 says, for the toy fund as, go get that Witcher statue. It's gonna be interesting when Prime 1 release those, because they're gonna be some nice. Navy in Denver with a $5 says, Tennant will always be my Doctor, but this is blatant pandering after the travesty that was the Timeless Children. Yeah, I mean, yes. And I wouldn't really have an issue with it if it repaired the damage of the Timeless Children. If you brought Tennant back and you repaired the Timeless Children using Tennant, that to me would be a statement of intent. Not only did we fix the Timeless Children, garbage bullshit, but we brought back just for that occasion, arguably the most popular Doctor in modern history, to do that. So I would take that as a statement of intent that now we're going to pass the reins on to Ncuti Gatwa to be the Doctor, and he's going to carry the franchise. You know, he's going to be the next great Doctor to carry that franchise through. I would be up for that, but we're not hearing anything about repairing the Timeless Children. Nothing. What we are hearing a lot about is Ncuti Gatwa's sexuality. We're hearing superficial nonsense. I don't care that Ncuti Gatwa is gay. That's probably the least most interesting thing about the guy. I'm interested in what the character, what his Doctor's going to be like, how his Doctor's going to be great, how that's what I'm interested in. The stories, the adventures, the relationships. But these aren't the things that we're hearing. We're just hearing fucking woke crap. And I say woke crap in the sense that we're just hearing ideological shite. Stuff which has only come in recent years. It was never, ever used before to promote a series. When would you ever hear, hey, we're coming out with the Underworld. Underworld 4's coming out. Underworld 4, the first time a woman has ever done a fucking womany thing in a woman show. You never got that. It's only in recent years, the last few years, when suddenly ESG scores and companies are being graded on how inclusive and diverse they are. Since that came in, suddenly that's the only thing that they want to sell the show on, because they're not selling the show to you. They're selling the show to BlackRock and Vanguard and the people that give them the cheap loans so they can make this shit. They're selling it to the people that grade them, grade their company, that affects their stock market price and can affect their stock market price. That's who they are doing this for. They're not trying to sell it to us, the customer. They're trying to say, look, we're adhering to the ESG. We're adhering to the inclusion and diversity. Give us the points. Don't tank our stock. Please. It's called extortion. That's what it's called. Extortion. Eddie Brock with a 2-year Infinity says, please do your Jodie Whittaker impression. No, I don't think you're actually weird. No, I don't think I don't think we're no, I don't think we're no. Kendon Brawner with a 7-month sorcerer says, why would they bring back Donna? I don't really care for the logic puzzle on how they can do that. The send-off was pretty final. Well, they're bringing her back so that she gets her memories back and she remembers the journey that she was on. But that would also make her final story not really make any sense because, of course, it was written in time that Donna Noble lost all her memories. That was written in time. But, you know, fuck it. Fuck it, I guess. Where do we get to? DS with a €5 says, the fact that they copied DC's Doomsday origin story for Doctor Who should tell you everything you need to know. They hate you. Not in a funny way, by the way. But the Timeless Children was just that was just purely, like I said, that was purely to raise 55 years of white male, straight white male Doctor Who history. That's what that was there for. No other reason. Because the BBC's scum. Defund the BBC. Don't pay your TV license. If they want to make this shit, make them pay for it themselves, out of their own money, out of advertising, out of sponsorships, wherever they get it. But get rid of that TV license. Defund the BBC. Scum company. Darius White, who's brown, with a $10 says, howdy, as Brown here. Here's a little something for the Hoos Fund. Hope you're not feeling too poorly sick. If so, get well soon. Should have thrown patient zero Gary down the stairs when he had the chance. I think it was QBG that gave me this. QBG gave it to me. But thank you, Darius. It's going in the book. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Oinky boo. Getting moved over tomorrow. Tomorrow being Shekels Day from YouTube. For us here in the UK. America already gets paid on the 21st, I think. We get paid on the 25th. Dragon Tech Gaming with a $5 says Disney has found out the hard way as they're going broke because they're woke bullshit. Let them. Let them, and don't believe a word of them when they say, yeah, we're going to quieten stuff down. No. They're either A, not going to quieten any stuff down, or B, is just going to be done in silence, but the messaging is still going to be there all over it. So there you go. Loki Odison with a $10 says, I know you're apathetic to it, but a decent Star Wars fanfic made by Prism called What If the Force Awakens Was Awesome? Should check it out. It holds closer to Star Wars ideology and made for adults. I just don't care. I don't care. No offense to them, no offense to you. I just don't care. I think Star Wars is just a fucking dead brand now. Striker X24 with a $5 says, my wife thinks I'm a misogynist for being on Ken's side for the Barbie movie. You want to tell that wife to shut the fuck up and get back in the kitchen where she belongs. Ken did nothing wrong, by the way. Ken did nothing wrong. Shorty's been a bard for 40 months. Thank you, Shorty. Paul Turner with a $10 says, howdy, Az in chat. Don't know if you've seen any Mortal Kombat 1 footage, but if you have, who would you say has the worst voice acting? Megan Fox or Ada's? They both sound flat, like they think they're better than the role. I don't know. I've seen, if you're talking about that vampire chick, if that's the Megan Fox one, the voice acting is appalling, but Megan Fox isn't a great actress. I've never thought of Megan Fox as a good actress. But the Yoda Wong, I care about. I don't care about Mortal Kombat. I never have. So the Ada Wong voice actress for me is worse because I actually give a shit about Ada and the Resident Evil characters. Yeah, but that Separate Ways is great DLC. I thought it was a really fun DLC. Jay Zerka has become a member at the Bard level. Thank you, Jay. Radio Man 1017 with a $5 says diversity equals strength is the lie of the century. Yes, of course it is. Anyone who's worked on a successful team knows this. Talent and experience equals strength. Of course it is. But you must buy the lie. And you have to buy the lie. And the company wants to push the lie because the companies are getting graded off the lie. BS Warren with a $2. As do you still have a PO box? I do not. No, I do not. Warsong 99 with a 20 Canadian says the only Doctor Who member berries I'll check out is your awesome Doctor Who rant from a few years ago. Love that video. Keep on making videos. Really enjoy the stuff you make. Thank you, Warsong. Appreciate you. As appreciate you. Zeus Play with a $5 says, nice Ron Perlman impression there a minute ago. My impression of Ron Perlman. Or is it just a blank face for me? Lord of Fallen 2 looks good. Coming in October. Looking good as. Thank you. I might check that out. I'll see what that's like. Eddie Brock with a €2 fitty. Gonna buy Red Dead Redemption HD Remaster? No. Draconic Ice Mage with a $5. Not sure if you saw, but they don't currently have a release date. They do, however, have a couple of videos showing gameplay. Okay. That's Dragon's Dogma 2. Jay Zerka with a 15 Australian says, hail from Australia, as been a follower of the channel for a while. Finally time to commit. Guy! Thought I was alone until I started following the fellowship. Keep up the great work, mate. And that is their first super chat on the channel. So thank you, Jay Zerka. Really appreciate that. Appreciate you a lot. Thank you. Helena Handbasket's been a sorcerer for 11. Says, hey, Az. Looking thin and blue these days. Good job. Listening to you on my way to wash a house. Have a great day, my lord. Have fun washing a house. I got a long way to go. It's looking better here comparative to what I was. But all goes wrong down there. But got a long way to go, but I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. There ain't gonna be no fucking falling in backwards with this one. No, sir. No, sir. Wedge Serif has been a sorcerer for 15. Says, why aren't we calling it X Twitter? X Twitter. Get it? Joke tried itself. I did. Look, I've got it in my title. At Hill versus Babyface, X Twitter. I did a thing. War Wizard with a $2 says, love it when you talk Batman. Do Jason Todd next. I mean, I won't do it now, but I could go into all of Jason Todd. I could go into pre Batman Year One Jason Todd, which was the whole Nocturna stuff. And the whole Ishmael stuff. And then I could do post Jason Todd, post Year One, where his origin story was changed to have more of a link to Two-Face. And then, of course, going to Death in the Family, Death of Jason Todd. Jay Zerker with a 15 Australian again says, hey, lads, don't have many ways to connect as I have no social media. Good for you. Hate all the platforms. Can't stand the keyboard cowards. Much love, mate. Keep up the great work. That's an amazing Australian accent, by the way. Okay, maybe not. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. Hayden75 with a $10 says, and we all know that when this doctor flops, it'll be because racism, definitely not apathy. This guy might be great, but no one will know it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see, but like I said, that trailer I just didn't feel anything. Nothing. I just had no emotional connection. Just didn't feel anything. Raytor03 with a $50 and a dragon face emoji. The thumbnailers. 2 out of 10 accent. Fuck. And Donna Hertz and Gerther with a $50 as well says, your health journey has encouraged me to quit smoking. But nice. Here is a quarter of what I saved this last month. Thank you, and keep being you as always. Hey, Donna, you keep that going. You keep that going, sweetheart. And I appreciate you as well. Reet! We're caught up. I'm going to take a little break now. Well, we're going to end the stream, but a little break, you know. And then I think we're back for Sunday Fun Day today. Let me check Discord now. While I'm checking Discord, Joseph the Gamer with a $2 says, hi, Az. What's the story of Batman Year 2? Batman Year 2. I mean, I can go into a proper discussion about this in another stream. But essentially, Batman Year 2 is the year that Batman wore a gun. And the gun that Batman wore was actually the gun that killed his parents from Joe Chill. And Year 2 revolves around Batman trying to hunt down Joe Chill, to kill him. With the gun that killed his parents. And there was another killer, but there was a killer on the loose called the Reaper. And the Reaper was essentially a Batman that kills, a violent vigilante. So Batman also finds love for the first time in a long time. It's Year 2 is a really interesting story. I can go into it in depth. I can go into it in depth. Let's have a look what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Fresh game. Something. Yeah. I'm reading the Sunday Fun Day chat. Oh, I'll read it. Yeah, Sunday Fun Day should be on today. War Wizard with a $2 says, I'm one of the few that loves him as Red Hood. But Jason Todd isn't Robin. That's a philosophical thing. Of course, he was Robin. But as a character, Jason Todd was never designed to be a Robin as a character. But again, we can have a Jason. Maybe next week we'll have a Jason Todd discussion. We did quite a bit on Tim Drake today. Maybe we'll do some Jason Todd. So massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Huge thank you to my mods for giving up your free time. Everyone who super chatted, remembered. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll be back in about an hour and a half with Sunday Fun Day. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Baloobles.